They ought to rename Palworld to No Sleep World or even Bloodshot Eyesville, because I did it again. I had the old alarm set up, just 2 hours. I was going to tidy up the base, craft some more resources, and then finish up by capping King Paka. I mean, that should be doable in 2 hours. Yeah, right. You know the rest. Welcome to the channel. I am LtBuzzLitebeer, and that strict 2-hour time limit slipped into nearly 5 hours. I mean, I haven't played a game this much after dinner time since the old MW2 days back with the pals online. Damn, those were great times. But we've got another PocketPair patch notice, and there are some biggies on the roster of items they've now fixed. Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my future upload alerts, and let's check out the latest from Palworld. So, I got a notice that the sky was falling all around Palworld. Sometime early this morning, East Coast US, Palworld dropped below 500,000 concurrent players, but you know, it seems to have quickly rebounded as players started logging back on for their morning fix, and it's now up into the lower 600,000 player range. And just look at that 24-hour peak again on a random weekday, nearly touching 1 million concurrent players. Yeah, PocketPair is still stunning the gaming industry, all kind of hot on the heels of Larian and what they were able to do with Baldur's Gate 3. And it's great to see a virtual unknown pop off with this kind of success, and fingers crossed they continue to do the right thing. Sorry, there's my ARC thoughts slipping into the conversation again. Anyways, it's off to the patch notes we go, and the list is short but mighty, that's what she said, beginning with the community discovered and widely known about Lifmunk Effigies actually working in reverse despite the capture probabilities showing increased values on the screen. Now, I actually found quite a few of these things and invested them into my character stats early on in my playthrough, and, you know, I was getting my ass handed to me. I had dire wolves and rush boars escaping with regularity, even though I had laid the smackdown on them and they were within a centimeter of just being KO'd. I even thought there was a problem with the sphere type, and I switched up to using mega spheres, and it did a little better, but yeah, not much. So I've actually learned two things from all of this. Number one, there was an internal processing bug with the capture probabilities, and investing Lifmunk Effigies into your character stats was actually hurting your capture percentages. And number two, I really needed to pay more attention to the patch notes and known issues boards, all trying to warn players from investing their Lifmunk Effigies until this was all fixed. Now luckily, Steam patch version 0.1.4.1 deployed a fix for this very issue on Steam, so that's currently just for PC. And breaking news, we just got the word that the Xbox version 0.1.1.4 has just deployed. I was going to say something about giving PocketPair a little extra time to get their Xbox fixes through CERT, but hey, look at that, it's here, showing other survival games how it's done, not naming names. Since I'm currently only playing on single player, I haven't encountered this, but I'd like to know if Xbox is still separated from PC crossplay due to the differences in patches and not being compatible. Let me know. But overall, great news that they've sorted out the capture rate bug, especially in a game that predicates a huge part of its gameplay loop around finding pals and then capturing them. I mean, if that is actually fighting against you as a player, that's going to hurt the player experience, and I have a bunch of those effigies saved up, and I just can't wait to give it a go. Okay, before we touch on the other major fixes, a couple of smaller items that are also a part of this latest round of updates. First off, pals that were manually assigned to a breeding farm that went to sleep would never wake up. Apparently that's been handled. And I mean, come on, pals. What are you thinking? You've been given the golden ticket and you sleep 24/7? And second, the issue of no wood dropping when a pal felled a tree has also been solved. I mean, wow, this section of the video just got spicy in a hurry. There was also this mysterious unnamed countermeasure deployed against some cheats and exploits, which is great to see, especially after being in, like I mention often, ARC. I mean, we saw meshing under the maps, speed hacks, duplications, you name it, it has happened on an Ark server. And this is especially important before PocketPair rolls out whatever they have cooked up for PvP, which, according to their 3-part plan, the roadmap for Palworld includes PvP along with a Pal Arena. And it is so crucial to get all of these potential and critical infrastructure issues under control before flicking the switch on PvP. Hopefully, also, we get more details concerning their vision of PvP in the near future, along with, and I would also find this helpful, at least a small explanation of what the exploit was. On to the last 2 items, and both of these are listed under the Major Fix header. Starting off with a weird one involving multiplayer, where apparently when a player used a grenade, some weapons equipped by the other players surrounding that player would actually disappear. And I wonder how the chat went down when the issue was discovered, but I would guess it involved a lot of choice words, along with, hey buddy, don't use grenades. Now, I haven't seen this one up close, but maybe any of my viewers can let me know. Did the weapons just visually disappear? Were they unequipped and placed into your inventory? Or were they just whisked away by Doctor Who's TARDIS to an alternate universe? Never to be seen. And finally, we've got a 2-part explanation for the save game corruption issues, and this one I have heard about. So, they say that in a previous patch, save data that was in this corrupted state made it impossible to load. I mean, that makes sense, but after this latest fix, it will be resolved and will load properly. Now, in my last Palworld video, which was actually my first Palworld video, I read quite a few comments from viewers that said they could not load into the game. And this might now be fixed, hopefully. And the second part of this one involves the game consistently crashing and the save data becoming corrupted when the total number of pals captured by the guild reached approximately 7,000, which is a hell of a lot of pals. By the way, no explanation as to what was done to fix this issue is listed here in the notes, but probably in basic terms, more memory was allocated for pal inventories. Now, this is me just speaking to the state of the game, and clearly it's not perfect. I'm sure that there are still tons of technical gremlins the team is currently chasing, and the community members could probably list out for them line by line. But you know, overall it's good to see them pumping out fixes and improvements. Also, for me, and I don't know why, but the issue with not reloading after you throw a sphere is starting to wear on me. I feel like the game should implement a constant reload mechanic no matter what, because I've been caught in a jam more than a few times, aiming down the sights, ready to pull the trigger, and click. Nothing happens. Also, PocketPair needs to install a photo mode, which I think is self-explanatory, but hey, not bad for a surprise mega hit that is still in early access. This overall feels like a great place to press pause for today, partially due to there being no more notes to discuss, and also because I want to go stack those effigies onto my character and get back to farming pals. Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload notifications. All my socials can be found in the video description, and I'm quite active on Twitter and have my own Discord community, so check those out. Shout out to the nearly 192,000 of you that have stuck with me, and if you haven't done so already, 200,000 subscribers is nearly in sight, and I'd love to have you come along for that ride. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.